are.
Yeah.
I see some red and some counting, so I think
We
we
back.
live.
We back.
Yes, we are.
We
Keep an
are.
eye out for the chat too.
I know. See, that's one of the things that I learned by going doing the lives. Because the first day I'm sitting there and I was like, I didn't see anything. And it wasn't until towards the end I was like, oh, over there. And then the second day, I remember that it was there, but I couldn't remember exactly where. It was a process. And then
Yeah,
I saw that there was a little chat and it was a one. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, it
Yeah, I
was
know.
a little learning curve. But there's so much. Oh, we were live, by the way. Okay.
Do the intro.
And they're off.
Let's do the intro. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hello, welcome back to Antonia's Blissful Court. And today we're having our Let's Chat session with Kay Ndidi. Hey, Kay.
Hey, how you doing?
Me tired. Me tired. But I'm grateful. It's been a
Join the
while,
group.
and I'm just so happy to be back in this space. Like so much to share, so much to kind of like talk about and get caught up. But
Yeah.
tired.
Yes. There is a tired energy that's going
Yeah,
around
I'm
and a
tired.
crazy energy, especially
Mhm.
if you're driving. I'm hearing that a lot of drivers on these roads, man. It's getting crazy out here.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, listen, we got snow here in New York yesterday. It was so crazy because I didn't even. I'm in such a cave. I had no idea it was supposed to snow. I'm an elder church sister um from the and I'm about to say an elder church is from the church Lord Jesus. An elder church sister. Her birthday is on Wednesday, and she asked me to make a sweatshirt for her.
Right.
So we spoke on for Saturday, um, and we were trying to figure out how she's gonna get the shirt. And I said, okay, she's going to 8 o'clock mass. So I said, if anything, I'll time it and I'll meet you at church. So she said, that's if it don't snow. Mrs. Snow? Is it was a snow? I had no idea. And then when she said it, I'm thinking, okay, it's gonna be like a little flurry, whatever have you, child. We wake up yesterday morning, and I was like, what in the mother nature's going on here? First of all, winter isn't until the 20th ish of December,
Right.
and I'm like, mm-mm.
I don't even know anymore because I feel like wintertime has been coming on early. Hurricane season has been going on longer. I
Mm.
feel like there's just so much shift in the weather. Like this morning, I woke up, I wanted to go walking. One of those rare times I wake up early and I'm vibrant and refreshed and hydrated.
Mm.
And that temperature's at 47 degrees in Florida.
That's crazy.
In Florida.
That's
I
crazy.
said, nope.
That's crazy. Hey, Veronica. That I feel like the temperatures that I'm hearing for Georgia and Florida, I'm like that sounds like New York weather.
I know. It's all over the place.
Mm-mm. So I'm not looking forward to this winter. I mean, the good thing is like I know how to dress for the occasion. When I left home this morning, it was 20 degrees,
Ooh.
and yeah, and what crazy is there were times in the winter pre-COVID where I would get layered up on the weekend and go running if it's like 30 degrees. It didn't matter.
Right.
And somehow or another, over the past couple of years, I got all sensitive, and I'm like, "Oh, it's 35, but not go outside."
Are your knees hurting?
No, no, no. I'm like, "Oh, it's too cold." But the other day, my mother said, "Since
Uh,
when is it too cold?" Because I don't love winter at all. But
yeah.
because I love running and walking, I figured out how to basically dress for the occasion. So
Right.
I promised myself that come January, I'm going to get back into my habit because this sitting down all day, it don't fit my
Yeah. Mm-mm. That's why I have a stationary bike,
Mhm.
and I pedal and I pedal and I pedal because whenever the temperature is not conducive for me to go out and walk or get my sunshine on, I have to do something.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm stir crazy. I got to get the energy out.
Yeah.
So,
And
stationary bike, man. If you can't get out and walk, you should have
well, I mean,
something,
I
a
do it in a
treadmill at
house.
home.
Yeah, no, I do it in a house. So, because I mean, I can still get like 4 or 5 miles in a house. Like you're basically,
Oh,
like
okay.
power walking and
Are you getting 4 or 5 miles walking around in your house? The rooms in your house? Get the hell
I mean, I tell people that there's an invisible light. So in the morning, like, so last winter, what I did, because I'm always doing something. Like when I go, because I don't run as much anymore. Because when I go walking, I tell people that I feel like it's my office, because I'm creating content as I walk. If I'm speed walking, if I'm running, I can't do it.
out.
But last winter, what I would do is get up, and there's you can go on YouTube and basically search for speed walking, and they're walking.
Right.
So that's me on my computer. But this year I said, no, I want to
you
go outside.
you walk from the bedroom to the kitchen. That's like 0.000.
But no, because it basically is counting all these steps. And it's because it's kind of
Oh,
picture like being on a treadmill. Picture like being on a treadmill, right?
okay.
They're not going anywhere. It's just
That's
basically
true.
you're
That's
literally
true.
walking in place on a treadmill. It's just that the belt is
Yeah,
there to
yeah,
help you
yeah.
along.
I don't know if
But
I got that much places in my house to walk to get 4.5 miles.
no, no, no. But you just even if you walk back and forth, it
Okay,
counts it.
okay.
Yeah,
If I
yeah, it
had some
counts it.
stairs, maybe.
Huh? It counts it. But the thing is, it's like even though I was doing all of that last year, I realized that there's nothing beats being outside. Like
Yeah,
nothing beats basically getting the fresh air. And so I
yeah.
need to basically find my routine for this cold because I feel like it's gonna be a cold winter.
And that's the harsh thing is not the harsh thing, but the hard thing sometimes is the adjustment,
Yeah.
you know?
And
Because right, that's why a lot of people get sick when it gets cold because you don't really do that adjustment to
right.
cover up and layer up and
Yeah.
you know.
But the thing too is, and Veronica said, Veronica said, my knees are so angry right now. So she said she paces in her hallway. Um, but mommy, um, there's an invisible track in my living room around the coffee table because that's
Oh
mommy
yeah.
every day. Mommy gets her she does her best to get at least her 10,000 steps. But lately
Yeah.
that hasn't been sufficient for her. She needs to get like 5 miles. So she'll sit there
Yeah,
and
yeah.
walk around.
Yeah, I do. My biking is my thing. Like I said, a standard for myself. Like from January to December, I should at least ride 500 miles.
Mm,
And if you do, it only takes about 2 point something miles, you know, for
mm,
majority of the week for you to hit that mark.
yeah.
So it's not a lot. So I try to set a standard like that so that when there's times I'm stuck in the house and I can't go anywhere, I still have my exercise goals and nothing's gonna stop me. But I agree with you. Nothing beats the
Mm-mm.
fresh air,
Yeah.
whether it's cold, whether it's warm,
Hmm.
here in nature. Yeah. So I mean I layer up when I lived out in New York, I layered up and still went to the parks.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. Like, because I remember I used to tell one of my friends that we used to run half marathons together. I used to be like, she'd be like, "But it's raining or it's so cold." I'm like, "Girl, we don't know what
Hmm.
it's gonna be like on race day." So for me, so that's what kind of like helped me to basically break that. Oh, it's raining or oh, it's too hot because the reality
Right.
is on race day, the race is on. I mean, unless it's like
Yeah.
super bad, they're running. so
Okay,
I got
okay.
accustomed to that.
So current energies. How you handling this current time?
I'm ignoring it. That's why I didn't know it was gonna snow. Because I this weekend for me, I was telling a colleague last week that sometimes we the former me used to be busy, but busy was basically like just doing this, doing that, watching TV, whatever have you. But
Right.
after getting rid of streaming and all of that, like my focus kind of shifted. When I tell you I've been busy for the past week, and the thing is I'm grateful because it's all the things that I want to do. So first of all, since we last spoke, as you know, like I did
Yeah.
the whole go live thing, and I think I went live for 52 days
Yeah.
straight. And thank you, thank
Congratulations.
you,
Gotta take a moment to
thank
honor
you.
that.
And
Great
like
transformation.
and you know what? I'm so grateful that I chose to step out of some outside of my comfort zone and do that. Like I love creating the videos, but I felt like I needed to figure out how to do basically get comfortable with the live thing. And the live I actually prefer it because there's no editing. You just basically go live and
Yeah. Yeah.
so that's a sweet thing about it. Um, but there's that, and then there's a lot of projects. So this weekend, I decided to do the introvert version of 12 Days of Christmas.
I saw number one.
So
And man, when I tell you I laughed because that little Christmas tree was struggling.
let me tell
That's
you,
not a Christmas tree. That's a struggle tree.
let me tell you, let me tell you about my little tree. I bought that little tree, a Dollar Tree, about 3 years ago. And when I got home and took it out of the box, I'm like, why isn't it standing? And then I realized that the stand that was supposed to be in the box, it wasn't in the box. And by the time I realized it was too late to go back, and I'm like, it's only a buck 25. So I found a way to make it work, and I put it back in the box and put it away. So as I was brainstorming what I wanted to do for this, like 12 days of Christmas, I remember that little tree, and I said, "Mommy, you remember that little tree I bought?" She remembered nothing about this tree, and I'm planning. I'm the event planner for an 80th. Well, the same lady whose birthday is on Wednesday, they're celebrating
Right.
her family is celebrating her birthday on Saturday. And so I'm basically the event planner. So I said, let me go
Right.
in the basement and start taking out my supplies. And I found my tree. Took the tree out of the box and I remembered, oh, this one I never use it again because it had no feet. Let me tell you how the Jamaican brain Kiki and my girl.
Go on.
I
Go
took some
on.
more cardboard and I cut it to fit so that because it was supposed to be like one here and two like this way. And I
Yeah.
took the cardboard and I cut it and shaved it down, and it was like this. And then I took tape and wrapped it around so it could be taut. And it was fine until I tried to hang the balls on it, and it was like, and I'm
Mm-mm.
like,
That tree was leaning. It was missing some
it
limbs.
felt like the tree from Charlie Brown.
It did. That is the first thing that came across my mind. I'm like, man, if she put one thing on this thing, it's it's gonna fall over.
At one point, I had a candle jar on the table, and I put it behind it so it can set up like this. But then eventually,
Yeah.
it started to still go like.
But I like it. It has character.
Listen, I can't. Let me tell you something. It. I woke up. I want to say maybe 2 weeks ago, and the thought pops in my head. Oh, maybe I'll do a 12 days of Christmas, and I put it to Chat GPT, and we agreed that it was cool. And
Right.
I was trying to figure out how I'm going to do it. Like, do I want to, record every day, or should I just do it in one shot? Like, I didn't know how I was going to
Mhm.
do what I was going to do anything, but then all of
So
a
what's the
sudden,
concept? What's the concept?
the 12 days of Christmas on the first day of Christmas, that thing. so every day, so every day I'm
Yeah.
dropping one. It took me about 4 hours to record the whole thing on Saturday night. So I didn't finish until after midnight. I woke up on Saturday morning because I said I'm doing it today because I needed to do it so that I can start planning this woman's party. But then
Right.
but then someone decided that they needed from Miami, the person's in Miami, they needed some t-shirts for because they have a
Mhm.
pop-up shop come Friday. I'm like, Lord of mercy. So then that was me last night. I didn't go to bed until 2 o'clock last night. I don't even know how I didn't fall asleep at work today.
Anybody else having sleep troubles? My sleep has been just crazy.
Mommy's always saying to me, you're here for your bed? Why you don't like to go to your bed? I'm like, I mean, I love it. I don't mind sleeping.
Right.
But the thing is, I'm a one-man show, and I tell myself that this is God's way of preparing me for what's to come. And so I'm glad that I'm able to basically shift my focus from doing nothing to doing things that I enjoy and learning along the way. Anyway, back
Mhm.
to my 12 days of Christmas. I
Okay.
wake up on Saturday morning and I have one ugly sweater and this other Irie Christmas t-shirt that I made years ago. So I said, these are the two shirts that I'm going to use for this video. My spirit said,
Mhm.
I want you to wear a different shirt for each scene. What? So I have a bin that have all my Christmas props, the little airs and all sorts of things. You're gonna see the video because I'm gonna drop one every day. When I tell you I had a great time,
So, so
the
you
most
have 12 ugly sweaters?
no shirt my like t-shirts like these like
Oh, oh.
right. So I didn't buy. I put the ugly sweater aside because my spirit was like, no, this is how you advertise it. Wear your t-shirts,
Ah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. That
So
makes
I
sense.
wore different t-shirts for each scene. So every time I finished, I would run upstairs, change shirt, change this. I felt like I was in a model, basically modeling for something. But it was the only annoying part was I chose to usually you take this off, you record looking this way. For some
Right.
reason, because they said that the back camera is the best camera. So I basically put it on a tripod facing me. The only thing is, I don't know when it's, if I click the thing, I
Oh
don't know
yeah,
if it's
yeah. When
recording
it's
or not.
recording, yeah.
Right.
Okay, you can't
I have
see
to
it.
get up and walk around to see. I laughed at myself the whole night.
Oh,
Mommy had it when, because day 10 is 10 houseplants, quiet friends, right? That's the lyrics, right? And when I
okay.
started to take pictures of the plants and taking selfies with them, I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm not watching this foolishness. mommy thought mommy thought I lost it. Mommy was like, I'm not doing this. I'm going upstairs.
Yeah, listen, if you do filming and anything on YouTube, the setup can be crazy.
Yeah.
Stuff goes wrong with your internet, stuff goes wrong
Yep.
with your audio, stuff goes wrong with your browser. Sometimes
Yep.
the technology can get so frustrating, but
Yeah. And
if
that's why
you can spend time to set it up ahead of time, man, it's worth it.
I decided to do it, and I'm glad that I did, because Saturday everything flowed. Now the back, something wrong.
Yeah.
Your thing is kind of fuzzy.
Is it?
Is it clear for you on your side?
Yeah, I'm seeing myself, I'm seeing you
Okay,
clear.
it's better now. Yes, better now. Um,
Okay.
when because of the event, I went downstairs to get myself, including a backdrop banner. The stand. Forgot I had two. One of them is at church, but I told him keep it. And I forgot that the second one was kind of like not great. But I ended up using
Right.
it for my thing. But then it made me realize I needed to buy a new one to prepare for Saturday. So everything happened for a reason, and I'm so glad that it did. I'm glad that I got the 12 days done. So now
Mhm.
all I have to do is basically schedule them. But I've been busy. And then last night I was up until 2 o'clock with a t-shirt.
Yeah, that's what Aya is saying in the chat. She says, "We go to bed at 2 a.m. Night owls running my family." Yeah, I found like myself like being inspired later in the day and at
Yeah.
night. I used to do like most of my work in the daytime, but nighttime is where the inspiration's at right now. So I'm going to bed late and late and late, and then the next day I'm going to bed at like 9. It's like my
Mhm.
sleep is just it's crazy, but
No, mine
it's
is,
not draining.
yeah. And I think, for especially for the winter time, it isn't good. And I keep telling myself, you have to do better. You have to do better. I would get in a bed with my laptop and my eyes are like this. And I'm like, no, but I gotta post
Falling
this. I
asleep.
got, so yesterday they were like, why you keep fighting sleep? I'm like, I'm not fighting sleep. They're like, yes, you are.
Yeah,
Go sleep. So I did take a nap.
yeah,
I did
yeah.
take a nap in the afternoon yesterday. Man,
You
I
have
told him, I
to.
said, look,
You don't want to crash out.
huh? The good thing is, because the only place that I go these days is to the office. And like yesterday, I knew my body was telling me we need rest, and so I decided to basically, have some water and take a nap, because I realized, had I not taken that nap, I would have had a difficult time last night after working on that order. But
Mm.
child, this the
So,
life this the life of a budding CEO.
hey, going through all the hardship. Wait, the hard part's gonna come when you got a team, and now you got to manage
I know.
you and the
I
personality. So you got to
know.
really get grounded in
I
this
know.
time. You know what I mean? And that's all of us. We all producing something. 20
Yep.
listen, 2026 is about to be it's about to be a banger
I
because
believe that
this
too.
old version of us is just gone. So
Let me show you
this
something.
new year is going to be amazing.
I was in the office today, right? And I realized that sometimes we, especially women, we undersell ourselves and our like our worth. A
Mhm.
colleague came today and gave me. I left one of them downstairs, and she gave me this thing that a lady in the office made while she was out on disability. And she said, "Oh, she have a bunch of them over there. She's giving away." Giving away. Okay, can you see this?
Oh yeah, that's pretty.
Right?
That's earrings.
No, well, this one is a trinket that you can hang on a tree if you want. Hang
Oh, okay,
somewhere,
okay, okay.
right?
Yeah,
There's this,
that's pretty.
right?
Oh yeah, she put. Oh, that's amazing.
Right? And then this one,
Nice.
right? And this one, she has it as a magnet. And I went over to the lady. Now today's the first day that I said more than two
That's
sentences to the
funny.
lady. And I said, "You not selling these?" And she was like, "No, I don't think they're that good." I said, "What?"
They are amazing. I'd pay for that.
And that's
I'd
what I
pay
told
for
her.
that.
I said, "Late," and I said, "Listen." So I took a picture of this one, and I said,
Mhm.
"ChatGPT, please describe this to me." And let me tell you how ChatGPT did it. And I went and showed her, and I said, "All you have to do is take a picture. It'll create the what you need." So
Yeah,
she
yeah.
said, "Okay, she's gonna set up a marketplace." And I told her, "Oh, I'm gonna remind you." Because I said, when you leave
Yeah.
this job, this is the thing that you're supposed to be doing. And then it made me realize that we do that to ourselves sometimes, where we think that we have something of value and we kind of say, "Oh no, it's fine. It's nothing,"
Mhm. Mhm.
you know?
And when we all move in the direction of following that voice to do these things,
Mm-hmm.
that's when renaissance happens, like on the bigger scale.
Yeah.
Is when you have this burst of inspiration and people don't suppress it.
Mm-hmm.
And then what you have is everybody creating art, music, stuff you've never seen before. And you have
Yes.
this renaissance era
Yes. Yes.
where people find the value in themselves and also what they create.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd be
But see,
surprised how many people have been waiting to see it
right. And I
just to
said to her,
see something different.
I said, "You're being selfish because I said God gave you this gift and you're choosing to suppress it and not share it with the world." And I said, "You're not."
Yeah, yeah.
When so I want to say she probably had around 20 in the office giving away different color, different sizes.
Right,
And I
right.
said to her, so she said, "My family said that they're good, but I didn't believe them." I said, "Why?" "Because your family's supposed to tell you what you want to hear." And I said,
Yep.
"Usually your
Yeah,
family
yeah.
tell you the truth, be like, that's whack." And I said, and these things belong in a gift shop, right? She had
Hmm.
one that had the hibiscus on it, and I said the hibiscus is Jamaica's national flower. And I said, all you have
Yeah.
to do is write on it Jamaica and put it in the gift shop. Somebody will buy it.
Boom. And it's already in a shell. You talk what? Yeah. Yeah.
So I told
The
her, I said,
beach,
yeah.
the
So I told her,
flower.
listen, I'm gonna work with you to get this done because I said this is a thing that you're meant to do. I mean,
And I think what's going to be different about what brings about this kind of renaissance and this evolution that we're going to head into is we're not going to be afraid to promote each other.
yes.
That's another big thing.
Mm-hmm.
So goodbye gatekeepers, goodbye
Mm-hmm.
people who take advantage in these crazy contracts. This stuff is going to go back to word of mouth.
Yep.
Hey, I got these. It becomes more valuable because they're not everywhere.
Correct.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
unique.
It's word of mouth.
Yeah,
Yes, it's very unique.
it's unique.
And you're going to have people who just going to show up and want to promote you
Mm-hmm.
and what you do. I think of people are dying to see something different.
Different. Yep.
Everything's too much the same.
Same, because
We
people
need to
copying one from one
see
another.
unique
Yeah.
expressions.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why when y'all see my 12 days of Christmas,
That inspiration must have been flowing for you to do all
when I woke
12
up that
back
morning
to
and
back.
I was like, 12 days of Christmas. I said, wait a second, I want to do the introvert version. But it was so much fun. And then it made me realize that, so often we can have ideas, but because we think people are going to say, oh, it's corny, or not watch it or whatsoever have you, we don't express it. And this one, I
Yeah.
was like, I don't care if nobody will see it. I'm going to see it and I'm going to laugh because it's funny to me. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
because sometimes we talk ourselves out of something before, as soon as we talk ourselves into it, sadly.
And we create for us first. Everything we create, if we keep it personal
Hmm.
in the creative process, and we look at how it's transforming us, how it's elevating us, how it's bringing joy, peace, stability, it don't matter what happened to it after that. The
Hmm.
value of it in the thing you create is how it changes you first, because
Yes,
whatever impact it has on you, that's the energy you're sending it out into the world with. You
yes,
know what I'm saying?
yes,
So imagine how much better her painted shells are going to get when she realizes that the value of it for
yes,
her.
yes.
Like, you are good, you
This,
are a good artist.
this
That's
is
talent.
therapy. This is therapy.
Yeah, yeah.
This is, and because it has like this golden, you can't see, but there's a golden thing around it, and it's
Like
you
an
could,
edge.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like because when chat, because I took a picture of the front and back, and Chat GPT was like, it's an oyster shell and it's hand painted. So I
Mm-hmm.
said, listen, I said, that's what this is the description that you can use wherever you're selling it. And I said, people who order it, do like a little card with the same description and a picture of this on the card,
Yeah.
the thank you. So I'm grateful that when I tell you that this is probably the first time that I said two sentences to this lady, but I'm glad that God used me to kind of like go and let her know that this product needs to be shared with the world and not,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because to your point, I
Yeah.
feel as if like as sisters, no matter where you come from or what you look like, I feel like as sisters, as women, we need to support each other. We need to cheer each other on.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
The
How have you been?
sisterhood is good.
Yeah.
Good. I've been um fine tuning the road of joy.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean by that is being more clear in where I need to go to stay in that energetic space.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of things kind of, when things happen and bump you out, frustrating things, deadlines not made. If you're somebody that you get your frustration in traffic, just everything going horrible from the moment you get in your car to the moment you go home. The disappointments, the things I fall through, the family frustration, the job frustration, money frustration, even though it's all happening, it's not knocking me off my square.
Right. Right.
With the consistency of staying fine tuned to that frequency, it keeps you in that stream of energy a little longer,
Yep.
so that when life's problems come in, it's not just completely disrupting you every single
Yes.
time.
Yes. Yes.
And I've noticed that coming from my consistency with meditating, painting, and one of the biggest changes so far is just having more room to be loving to myself and other
Mm-hmm.
people. That's what I love the most.
Mm-hmm.
When you let go of fears and doubts and low self-esteem,
Mm-hmm.
and you get a clearer sense of direction, it's you have more room for the good stuff.
Yes.
And then you could decide, okay, this new room that's opened up in the palace that is my heart,
Mm-hmm.
what is this gonna be? Is this peace? Is this love? Is this joy? Is this hope?
Mm-hmm.
And how am I gonna decorate it so that it
It's
reflects
yours.
itself to me? Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I love that. And I feel I what you said resonated, right? Because I feel as if like we go through this journey where um I tell people like sometimes we hang on to something so tight, and
Yeah.
then the person that you're holding on to start to like they're lifting your finger, you're like no. And then eventually like like you're detached, and then like the pain that comes with it, because it's like you're in unfamiliar territory. Because for me as an introvert, I always appreciated having a human crutch, having someone there.
Hmm.
But then like I came to the realization that people are meant to be in our lives forever, right?
Yeah.
So I think the past year I really allowed myself to just disconnect. The people who I used to label as friends, I started to basically like just look at the situation for what they were. Like sometimes people are just um they're out of convenience, right? But in my mind, oh,
Hmm.
we friends.
Hmm.
we
Yeah.
we went on
Yeah.
group, trips together,
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
have you. And I will tell you that when I found my joy and my happiness, right? Because now
Hmm.
I've learned how to just not care, like not care about what people
Hmm.
think, not care about what people say,
Right.
and just basically walk to the beat of my own drum and be happy with it. And so I feel as if like I walk different now, I look different. I mean, life is like I'm enjoying life more now that I've learned how to truly let go of everything and just
Hmm.
embrace Antonia. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like 100%. And because then no one can do it for me. Like there's nobody out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Nothing, no money, no amount of money, nobody can make me happy like I can make me happy. And that's what I've come to realize in this past year.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I love that. I love that because self love, I used to have the idea that self love is just something I gather within me and it stays there. And a big realization I'm having is that self love is highly reflective. If you think about like a iridescent
Mm-hmm.
color,
Mm-hmm.
right? It is its own color while it's also reflecting it.
Yeah.
And self love is like that. It's it fills you up, it fills you full of color, but it also reflects itself in where you end up with relationships,
Yes.
friendships, where you live, the experiences you have, so
Yeah.
that even if the world is in complete chaos, you're engulfed in this love you gave to yourself.
That none of that. It's like I'm in a bubble. Did you see? Did you
Yeah.
see? Have you seen any of the Wicked movies?
No, I
Horror.
haven't. Mm-mm.
So I've seen both, and Glinda in her bubble,
Mm-hmm.
I loved it so much because I feel as if like
Right.
that's where I am now. I feel as if like I'm in my own. I feel like I'm Alphaba in the bubble. I feel like it's like there is so much going on right now, and I feel it's like
Self-contained joy and
yes,
self-contained love.
yes,
That's
and
key.
yes,
Key, key, key.
yeah, totally, totally. And when I tell you that this journey called life, like it's not difficult, but it's not easy, right? Because everyone have to experience it themselves. Like everyone, even if we had the cheat code, it means
Yeah.
nothing until you walk
Mm.
across the fire with your own 2 feet. Somebody can't carry
Yeah.
your cross. Like you have to basically experience all these things so that you can grow from the hurt, from the pain, from the like the feeling left out, the feeling undervalued. Like you have to value yourself. 'Cause I feel like once I learned my value, then people were
Mm-hmm.
able to see that I am valuable.
Yeah.
Kind of like this
Yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah.
That lady didn't know how. I kept looking at her like, "Are you serious?" Right? So the thing is, she doesn't know
Yeah.
the value of this,
It's
and we had to
beautiful.
tell her that this is valuable.
And
Like,
the symbol of the shell, it's like I know it's deep. Don't ask me what it is right now, but the fact that she put it in a shell,
mhm,
the beauty in the shell,
yes,
and an introvert picked up the shell and found beauty in the shell.
when I when I tell you that I was so
Fake
excited, and I
universe. Fake.
well, my excitement it's almost the few people that were around because there's the young lady that sits across from her, and they were on her desk displayed. I said, lady, if you brought all of those in and put them on the shelf, there, I bet you they will sell. Because it's
Yeah.
Christmas time, people just buy just to give it to their this or because you can pick up any one of them and think about, oh, said Miss Jenny's were like this. Oh,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like you can
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can pick, it's like being in a gift shop and just picking it up. But that's the
And I
thing.
like,
Mhm.
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No. I was just gonna say that she didn't see the value, and that's how we are with ourselves. We don't see the value in ourselves
Yeah. Yeah.
immediately, but eventually
Yeah.
we get
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. And nothing beats that moment.
Hey,
That I
Sterling
think
and
that's the moment
Lisa.
everybody chases.
Yeah,
Hey, Sterling.
yeah.
But yeah, that's a moment that subconsciously, whether we know it or not, we're all chasing that moment of awareness, of realization where
Mhm.
things just completely turn.
Did you freeze? You froze. Oh Lord, she froze. I don't know what happened. Um, but starting at least I was sharing these shells that a lady in the office made, and she was basically just giving them away. And I was telling her, no, there's value in this. So I'm going to help her to try to figure out how to create an online shop because I think the world that we're living in now is nice. It's nice to like to figure out what our purpose is and how we can prepare. And so still Sterling and Lisa are in the she did freeze. I hear her now though. Sterling and Lisa
I hear you.
are from the mentorship group that I'm in. And so we were taught about the importance of creating multiple streams of income.
Okay,
It's
now you're
right
back.
it's right here. There's a stream. This is the
Yeah.
right. Anyway, you broke up. You were saying something and then you froze.
Yeah, you froze.
Oh, I did.
Let us know in the chat. Are we back? Are we are we on?
I think we are because
Did
Sterling
you
said that these are
unfreeze
pretty.
yourself?
This is another one. Wait,
Yeah, I like that one with the they're all beautiful.
they
I love that one
really.
though.
I said,
That one
which
with
one?
the little decorate.
Which one?
Yeah, that
I'm
feels like
gonna
something you
say
could put
I'm
on a
saving this
Christmas
one for
tree.
you. I'm saving this one for you. Your name is on this one.
Ah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they she said that she made them Sterling while she was on disability. And for her it was nothing. And I'm like, lady.
Listen, you gotta get her information so we can know uh how to support her work because I know a few people who would buy that.
Listen, I said to her, I said, do you have pictures of these? She said no. And I said, say what? I said, I'm gonna need you to take pictures. Like my whole spirit was like, no, something is wrong. I said, you need to have pictures of
Yeah.
these because you need to basically be basically putting them out there.
Hmm.
And
And
she was like, yes,
in this era of everybody needing healing and reminders and
yes,
stability and joy and peace, that's going to be coming from the stuff you create.
yes.
You know
And
what I
it's
mean?
your original thing. Like
Yeah.
you, it's
Yeah.
handmade. You know.
Yeah.
So I asked her. I said, do you live near the beach? She said, no, I wish, but I go a lot. You know, she goes often. I said, when you go to the beach, if it's sunset and you draw something, this was inspired by on whatever date. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
people love to hear people's stories, right? Like she was literally home because she was injured and she was home. And this is she was like, I was bored and I made these. If this is what you do when you're bored,
And that's just it. Sometimes it's not that our work isn't good. That's why we don't see the value in it.
Mhm.
It can be priceless,
Yeah,
but until you just have that awareness, you just can't see it. You
yes,
just because and it's weird because like you said, such a great gift just came so naturally.
yeah,
And I think
and
that's the clear path that's the gate you need to go towards and how you are creative is what flows from you naturally without much effort.
mhm. um, I'm looking forward to seeing this thing take off. Because I think sometimes it takes the right person to come along and say, "Girl, are you blind? You don't see what you have."
Mhm, mhm. Yeah.
You know, to make it
Same thing with
happen.
me. I paint and sometimes I paint some things and all I can see is the flaw. I
Child,
see
and I
where I
see
didn't
beauty in it.
put it. Yeah, and somebody else they're like, that is awesome. And I'm like, I'm still trying to love it. You know what I mean? But that's why it's important that you sit with the energy of what you create first and let it work its magic on you. Because it's when it comes from you, it's your gift first. You know what I
Yes,
mean? It's
absolutely.
your gift
And
first.
and I really think that she didn't see because I know she knows that they're beautiful, but she didn't know that they were valuable,
Wow.
right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like when we look in our mirror, do we see beauty? Do we see our value?
Hmm.
Or are we still holding on to what they think about us? Are we
Hmm.
still holding on to whether or not they think we're beautiful? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I mean,
And
it
that's
took
what
me
I
a
see.
while to pull away from that mindset. Yes.
Yeah. But I see that happening as a huge shift come this new year is all of us seeing the value of who we are and not
Hmm.
just giving away the parts of us that are valuable. For some of us, it's our conversation,
Yep.
you know, just
Hmm.
our very presence is therapeutic. So now learning how to give your time like medicine, you
Yep.
have to in doses,
Yep.
you don't take all your meds at once. There's a
Right.
schedule.
Yep.
And when you realize the value of your presence and your words and your energy, you're very mindful about how you dispense that out.
Yes. Yes.
So you yourself don't end up needing medicine.
Very, very true. And the thing is, I feel like once you find your way out of that maze of self-doubt and like depression and sadness and darkness, I feel like once you find your way out, you do everything in your power to not go back in there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why for me, like when you mentioned earlier about like, the people driving a certain way, I thank God I'm not a road rage person. And if I'm in a car with somebody, I'm like, but you're screaming and they're still gone. They can't hear you, but I hear you. Why you and I think it pisses them off even more because now I'm trying to basically make it seem as if they're, and I'm like, but you're raising your blood pressure for no reason at all. Like, what's going on?
I will say, I'm gonna have to say this because I know some people. I ain't gonna call no names, but I know but I know some people. They could rage out when they drive, but listen, sometimes they got to get it out.
Mhm.
You got to get it out in the car so you don't take it home, and nobody can hear you. But you got to get that off your chest. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but don't chase the person that just cut you off because they probably crazier than you are.
Yeah, facts. That's why you got to stay in your bubble.
Yes, exactly.
Rage out right there, rage out
Exactly. Just
there, and
go,
then
oh, dag
get it
nabbit.
off your chest and go home.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I know they ain't saying dag nabbit, but there's a couple MFs and
I mean, the thing is, like,
so people
people
get very colorful
in the,
with
yeah.
traffic. And I know for certain ain't nobody in traffic talking about, gosh darn it.
I just let people go because I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna sit there and allow anybody to raise my pressure. And I tell myself, well, clearly they need to get someplace and I don't need to get this fast. Except when you go to the stoplight and you see them, it's like, hey, because it's like people race to get to the stop sign. It makes no
Yeah.
sense. But
Yeah.
yeah, I pretty much make it a goal to just keep an uplifted spirit.
Yeah.
Um, except for when I'm tired and broke and hungry. And then
We all
then I
have
just
that
get like
thing.
super quiet. Then
Listen,
I just get
nam
super quiet. Quiet.
I don't care what your bag is. Namaste, amen, whatever mudra. Listen, every one of us as human beings, we get to a point, okay? That namaste can get the hell out of here because I need this is my moment to just be human. Okay. And we all have that. Namaste can hold on because
Right.
I'm having a moment.
You know what though? So
you
Veronica,
know?
Veronica put in the chat. She says, "LOL, that rage right there is why I used to have panic attacks trying to cross the street." She said, "People in their cars are confrontational." So the thing is, I have actually grown to love walking. One of my colleagues at work, she was like, "But Antonia, you have a car. Why don't you drive?" And I'm like, "Because walking is better. Walking is therapeutic, and people are
Yeah.
crazy on the street." But I will agree with Veronica because I'm a runner and a walker. I've grown to basically pay closer attention because
Mm-hmm.
people see the stop sign and it doesn't say stop for them. I think it
Mm-hmm.
says stop for everybody else, but for them it says go. It just
Yeah.
says go
Yeah.
and don't care about people in a crosswalk. So when people pull up into the crosswalk and then you see where they
Yeah.
realize like they made a mistake and they're
Yeah.
like tell me to go. No, you have some place to go. I have no place. You can go. And we sit into it and then I walk around the back.
Yeah.
Because my thing is it's like it just goes to show that people are truly in their own world sometimes, and I feel like
Yeah.
sometimes people are really and truly lost in thought and they're not really thinking. But when I think about it, it's like, wow, we need to be careful because you could have taken somebody's life
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
an instant. You
It's a
understand?
lot of distraction. Like 9 times out of 10, when I see people distracted on the road, it's the phone.
It's the phone.
It's the phone. Listen, use your features that allow you to be hands free.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's tempting to just send that message back real quick. I'm guilty of it sometimes, but a moment can change like that.
Just like that.
Okay, just like that.
Just like that.
Even when you're doing all the right things,
Mm-hmm.
right? So watch out for the signs when the universe is trying to tell you to be careful. You'll probably start to see a lot of accidents on the road. You'll hear a lot of cop cars, a lot of police. That's how the universe is informing you that, hey, look, there's a lot of distraction out here. So you be careful.
Mm-hmm.
Just you be vigilant. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We
But
live in this
yeah,
crazy.
that's one of the reasons I don't walk or run on the street.
See,
Nope.
I do. So, and I mean, of all places to do in New York, but but um, people, I feel like people who are runners, we appreciate the reason why we run on the street. I like to run facing traffic, in the
Mm,
street. I don't like to run on the sidewalks. One of my friends used to get annoyed with me, like when I post pictures, and he was like, "Why aren't you on the sidewalk?" And I'm like, "Because there are dogs on the sidewalk, or crazy people, or ice." I'm like, when I'm running, when people are running, you want to basically run on flat surface and without interruption. But I mean, it's dog poop.
yeah.
They're creepy people sometimes. There's ice, especially like in the wintertime. um, and I tell
I
people, I'm
know.
like,
I'll
huh?
take my chances with the creeps and the poop because I don't trust drivers to be running. It's like if I don't run facing traffic, I don't know what's gonna come up, pop off behind me. If I
Yeah.
do run facing traffic, then I'm gonna see the idiot coming. It's like
But that's the reason why you want to see them coming so you can move. That's why you want to move. That's why.
oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, man. I mean, but you know what though? I just feel like, as individuals, we have to be the owner of ourselves. Like we have to be vigilant
Mhm.
because especially like now that the days are dark, they're just crazy. So there's something about this time of the year when things just seem to go like get really dark. Um,
Mhm.
and even though you're not paying attention or not watching the news, it pops up somewhere. Like so last
Yeah.
night when I saw Don Lemon said, "I'm sad to confirm, the passing of Rob Reiner and his wife." And I was like, "Say what now?" And I said, "This must be fake news." And when I Googled it, unfortunately it was a true story. I don't know if you heard about it,
Yeah,
right?
I'm sorry.
And then to
There's been a
think
lot
that,
of like
huh?
shootings and
Yeah,
there's been a lot of
and this,
shootings and stuff
right.
popping off this weekend. Yeah.
Right. And so for me, if like there are times when I get to the office and people will say, "Oh, you didn't see the email?" Oh, no, no. I was off on Friday. And I tell people when I'm off, I don't check emails. So if me going to the office when I don't belong there is a price I have to pay, I'm fine with that. Because I'm
Hmm.
not going to check messages if I'm off. And so for me it's a part of the whole creating boundaries and protecting one's peace,
Hmm.
but then also it's kind of like just trying to just stay in my little bubble and not
Hmm.
and not I guess like be exposed to what's going on in the real world because it's not nice.
And it's not a bubble of ignorance. I think that's how
Mm-mm.
people used it before. It's a bubble of discernment.
Yep.
And as we were talking, it reminded me of the little figures. I always seen these growing up. The little, the little monkeys with the hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. It was a clue
Right.
in a simple image that was going to be a reminder for this time to be discerning about what you take in,
Yes.
what you
Yes.
speak. Everything now is moving in a space of powerful energy
Yep.
to manifest. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So your words now become very powerful.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What you allow yourself to see and
Yes.
hear and absorb is going to change you.
Yeah.
And imagine you're the parent to your own inner child.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have to say, is that programming okay for you to watch? Is this song, do I need parental controls on
Right.
this?
That's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's
But
true.
yeah, but it's you for you,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
saying, now that I'm aware of who I am and how I am and what triggers me and what I can learn from, now I get to tailor my life's experiences to exactly what keeps me in a balanced place.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm going to be even more responsible for everything I take in
Yes.
and everything I put out.
Yes. When so mommy and I were in Jamaica, as you know, in October. And that lady named Melissa was supposed to arrive on a Wednesday, Thursday that we left, right? So a week before.
Yeah.
And when she came a week late because she had to figure out what dress she wanted to wear and all these things. So she was late. And I remember when I went to work on the first day back to work on the Monday after the storm, a colleague said, "Oh my God, you missed it." I said, "I missed nothing. That wasn't meant for me." right? So the thing is, we try to
Mm.
claim things that isn't ours, right?
Yes.
Because we go and we say, "Oh, I
Yeah.
missed it." You can't miss what you didn't have, or what wasn't meant for you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And so, it's all a part of the things that we choose to speak on ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like the things, because and I feel like it takes work to get to this space where basically working on just being positive and thinking, being more optimistic, because this world here.
Yeah. And yet, how funny, the challenges we faced early in life is gonna give us the mental fortitude we need to do exactly what you just said,
Yeah.
which is as the world kind of, you know, does its thing. This is
Hmm.
just a cycle. The universe does this all the time.
Hmm.
We're not the first ones in this time to face something like this, and we won't be the last,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Earth is a school that's
Yeah.
good for teaching you these lessons.
Yes.
And in the end, it was always going to come down to what you have
Hmm.
inside of you as your
Hmm.
willpower, your spirit, your determination, the ability to love yourself, find peace in difficult situations,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Respect your boundaries, respect other people's boundaries.
Yes.
And we all emotionally now just stand up, stand in our own energy.
Yes.
And what that does is it relieves the pressure and the burden that was on the collective to
Hmm.
hold this thing up.
Yeah.
And that's why it's important to empower each other, because if you can stand in your own energy, that relieves the burden off of somebody else. The entire collective rises.
100%.
And then we all appreciate and value the differences in other people, because
Hmm.
if that's what you need to
Hmm.
stand sovereign as a being, the only thing I need to do is support that,
Yeah.
as long
That's
as you're
it.
not hurting yourself and you're not hurting anybody else. That's it.
That's it. So Sterling put in the chat, he says, sometimes I'm ready to give up the grid. I don't need all this information. And I think that's what it is. I think that is to have the strength to do just that. Like,
Yeah.
to literally do what Kendrick said. It said, turn the TV off. Because I feel as if like it's information overload. And
Yeah.
it's not good. Like, it's not good for us, because the reality of it is the things that are happening are way above our power.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
my thing is, it's like, if like if we have this much space on this planet, enjoy that little space, because
Mhm.
we can worry about all the things that's happening. At the end of the day, our worrying is not going to fix it. It's not going to change anything, and whatever's going to happen is still going to happen. But then what
Yeah.
also happens is you're wasting your time by
Mhm.
worrying about that. In some
Yeah.
cases, getting sick, because then it's like, oh my god, like, because people really and truly get anxious about some of the things that they're consuming. I'm like, well, why are you doing it? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, so for me, I'm glad that, like, I don't watch TV. I do only streaming, and I spend most of my time on YouTube.
Mhm.
As
Me
far as,
too.
like, that's where I spend most of my time. Like, and I'm doing my best to kind of like just curate my feed so that I don't see certain things. Like, I
Right.
was glad when I saw the feature on YouTube where it says block this channel, like, from me. Like, I don't
Mhm.
want I don't,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because after a while, um, certain things you have to just basically just allow things to happen the way that they're meant to. Um,
Mhm.
some things are sad, but again, there's nothing that we could do to fix the things that's basically way, way
Here's
above our
and here's the thing. That should be a testament to how much we love and care for people we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever feel like somewhere deep inside you is your responsibility to heal the world, what you're really experiencing is all the capacity of your heart to love the world,
Mm-hmm.
that you even feel the need to try to heal it on that scale.
Right. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there's a value in kind of creating that bubble for your own energy, because then you become an amplifier
Mm-hmm.
and you become a tower that other people can mimic. You become a resonating station
Mm-hmm.
where when your energy is positive and high vibing, you affect others with the same thing,
Yep.
that they want to be high vibing.
Yeah.
They want to be in that joy too.
Yeah.
So what I see needs to happen is just an increase in awareness of when I'm engaging with people, situations, news feeds, whatever. What's the true energy of this thing?
Mm-hmm.
And am I feeding it, or am I helping to alchemize it? Am I
Mm-hmm.
helping it to become something different, or am I just feeding into what it is?
Mm-hmm.
And then from that conscious awareness, you can say, all right, I'm either going to step back, or I know how to hold my space in this energy. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? It's just a kind of awareness of the energy you're resonating with, and if it's something you want to keep feeding into.
Right. It's like it's when you were saying that, I'm thinking it's kind of like going into a sauna, and like figuring out like at what temperature you need to basically step out of that room.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Because not
Yeah,
everyone
that's a good
can
one.
tolerate it for a long time. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
go in there, some people can sit in there for 20 minutes, some people like after 5 minutes, I gotta go. So
That'll probably be me. I get a good 5, 10 minutes. I'm like, I'm too hot.
yeah. But the thing is, it's like it's just nonsense from every which angle. And then we have to be the ones to know when to navigate away from it. Um, to kind of like just save your own self and save your own sanity. I
Mhm.
mean, for me, honestly, like I'm grateful for where I am now, that I have learned to do that, to basically harness my energy, and to basically distribute it in a way that I'm hoping that it's helpful to someone, like doing my morning affirmation messages, and these 12 days of Christmas. I think that it's so important for us to shine our light so that others can either see better or be inspired to shine their light also. Because imagine if we all started to shine
Yes.
our light.
Inspiration is that's wealth.
Hmm.
That's wealth. Inspiration is wealth. Because if you
Yeah,
think about it, that woman that created those shells, whatever inspired her is about to bring her her wealth.
yeah,
So allow yourself to be inspired.
yes.
Allow yourself to be uncomfortable until you get to something different.
Hmm.
Take a risk, take a chance, put it out there.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
never
You
know
never
what
know.
other people are inspired by.
But yeah.
Especially, listen, and I have to do this PSA, especially if you sing. That is the most amazing resonance.
Hmm.
That's why people are remembered throughout time in history, the great singers,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
They encoded love in that music,
yeah.
and across generation, beliefs, cultures,
Hmm.
it stays
Yeah, that
because
is
it's the
true.
truth.
Yes,
Anywhere the truth is, it lasts.
yes. True.
So, yeah. So, in the moment that you feel truth, create from that space,
Yeah,
sing from that place,
yeah.
dance from that place, and you anchor it in
You
to
know what?
the collective energy.
I'm thinking about Veronica. So Veronica is I Inspired Tarot, and she goes live on Sundays around 7ish and Wednesdays around the same. And there are times when, because I do the same, where if I say a word and it's from a song, then I start to sing like let it go, let it go type
Yeah,
thing. And on her channel, she does that when she's live. Like if she could be, basically reading someone, and then she'll think of something and she'll start. It's like karaoke, but she has a
yeah,
beautiful voice.
yeah,
And I do think that, like music, the sound of music, whether it's singing or just instrumental, it's so healing. Like
yeah.
it's such a beautiful thing when you allow yourself to just be still and listen
Hmm.
to sounds, because that's all it is. It's sound that like
Yeah.
different, but it's beautiful. And
So
like,
she has joy in that moment.
yeah.
She sings. That tone is encoded with joy frequency
Hmm.
that now resonates with the listener
Correct.
and encodes joy in that person.
Correct.
If she was doubting whether or not to sing and thought, oh, people are just going to probably make fun of me or whatever, she would have never done it. It
Right.
wouldn't have put her in an elevated state of joy. And
Yeah.
then she wouldn't have shared a joyful moment
Right.
with others.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to be you,
Yeah.
even if it's
Hey, country
uncomfortable
love.
at first.
Yeah. and I think that's what it is. I feel like I think because she's also introverted, but I feel like as we grow, and I think it's a rite of passage because I feel like as I'm at this stage of my life, I realized that some of the thoughts that I used to have, I'm more comfortable basically allowing myself to say it now, right?
Right.
Some of the things that I thought that I would have wanted to do, like I'm now thinking, oh, I can do it, right? But I feel like it's after you go through certain things, certain challenges in life that you get to this space. So for instance, Veronica is probably somebody because when I tell you she sings every episode, she sings every
Mhm.
episode. And I think that is one of those things where you probably start singing in the bathroom, singing at church, doing
Mhm.
these things. And, when you come on live and you start to sing, for me, like when I sing, it's not that, I mean, I know I don't have a great singing voice, but I like it.
There you
Y'all
go.
gonna like it too
There
after
you
these
go.
12 days.
That's the only person gotta like it.
Right, exactly,
Me
right?
and the neighborhood cat.
That's it. That's it. And but I think that, because some people may say, "Oh God, you can't even sing," or whatever have you. But then
Right.
somebody else may say, "Oh my God, sing again, sing it again," type thing, right? Because
Right.
in that moment, because not every message is for everybody, right?
Yeah.
And so when she begins to sing, everybody on the chat may not like it, but the people who
Yeah.
it's meant for will embrace it and love it.
Yeah, and what it's doing for her is priceless. Cause I sing sometimes when I'm
We hope,
mostly
yep.
miming, but every now and then I'll hit a note when I'm feeling frisky. but, but I'm mostly just miming the words, right? But I was that person that I'd be in my car singing, rocking out, and as soon as another car pulls up next to me, I'm like, mm. I'm not singing anymore because I hate the idea of people watching me.
Right,
But I slowly kept doing it. I slowly kept doing it. And then I'm just rocking out in my car at the steering wheel at the light. And I don't care.
right. And so yeah, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. And that gave me the courage to do it on my channel.
Hmm.
And I love if somebody's out there thinking, man, this girl can't sing. What is she doing? Good. Because now maybe it'll inspire you who can sing
Sing.
to go out there and do it better than
Right,
me.
right.
Right? And
Man,
sometimes
listen.
that's all we need. We need to see somebody do it. And we're like, shoot, I could do better than that. Then
Yeah,
okay, go
yeah.
do it.
So Sterling said. So Veronica said, all my ancestors were musical in one way or another, and that's where she gets it from, right?
Yeah. You
Um,
never know what
and
comes
then
down that family tree.
yeah, and then Sterling said, very interesting research about water and frequency. Um,
Mhm.
and I love you. Y'all know that I love me some water. I feel as if like my next home is going to be oceanfront or somewhere. Like I'm going to have water near me because that's the thing for me. But going back to your singing, that's how I felt about like when I started to do my little dancing in the mornings. It's almost as if like my spirit one day because we're Jamaican, so
Yeah.
like it's like
Yeah.
music is in our bones.
It's
And I
natural.
used to be so afraid to basically do these things in public. And I was on my way to work. I said, I put out my bag and prop up my phone. I'm sitting there
Mm-hmm. Rocking out.
rocking
Listen, this is what I challenge anybody to do. Even myself, the next time we see each other, because we're hitting the hour mark here.
out. Hmm.
Do something that you would never dare do in public. Listen, within the realms of the law.
Yes, yes, yes.
This is more about you and your comfort zone. But do something in public, okay?
Yep,
That you would never think of doing.
yep,
That maybe you would be too embarrassed to do.
yep.
I'm telling you, once you get over that fear, it changes everything.
It really
You
does.
just gotta just go all the way for bravery this time and
Hmm.
just get out of your comfort zone. Okay. A whole new world of opportunities
A
open for
whole
you.
new world.
A whole new world.
I tell
Me
you.
busting out a new fantastic point of view. You gotta
I'm
put some
not just
emotion in it.
shooting stars. Oh, which
I'm
reminds
sorry.
me. So on because the next time we meet is going to be in January. So piggybacking off of what Kay just said, I do agree. Do something that brings you joy. One of the things that made me joy is my New Year's Eve party. It's by
Mm.
myself, but I'm invited there. I think I'm gonna go live for it. This
Okay,
Wednesday.
okay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go live for my New Year's Eve party because I think it's our duty. Um, Everyone who is in a space now where of sharing, like without feeling. Could we? I don't know about you, but I still sometimes get a little bit jittery. Not going live is
Mm,
actually easier for me now, because I don't have to go and edit and post.
yeah.
But when I do my videos, I'm like, oh, I overthink it. What? And next, 2 weeks
Yeah.
later, and I didn't do it. So I need to get better at that. But I agree with Kate. I feel like everyone should figure out that thing that makes them uncomfortable and do it.
Yeah. Just do it.
Do that thing.
Just do it.
Don't go flying from a plane. Don't go do skydiving or
It
anything like
ain't
that.
gonna be extreme.
It doesn't have to
It
be
don't have to be
extreme.
extreme. It's
Mm-mm.
sometimes it's just that very simple little thing, like saying hi to somebody you've never spoken to before, just to work on whatever it is that you were afraid of with that rejection,
Mhm.
maybe not being understood. Start your YouTube channel if you've been thinking about it. You don't have to show your face. Figure out how to create an avatar and just make an avatar yourself.
Yeah, and
But
come on and
it can
share.
start like that,
Yeah,
yeah, until you become comfortable
comfortable.
enough.
Yeah, because the one thing that I can say, I started my channel almost a year and a half ago, and in the beginning, after posting the first video, I was like, well, what next?
Yeah.
And it took a while for me to post the next video, and I was trying to figure out like what my routine should be and blah blah blah. And then I said, you know what, I can't, right? But I knew that I wasn't gonna quit, but I just felt like I had to figure out what I wanted to do. And I think sometimes we overthink things too much.
Yeah.
Um, and then next, it basically goes to the wayside. Eventually I started to record videos, and it wasn't until I started to do, because then you were the first person that I went live with, and I was so
Yeah.
grateful, right? Because it was on the anniversary, and then we started to do the let's chat. And then a couple months ago is when I saw the video about going live, like every day. It was supposed to be 8 minutes, but I guess I talk a lot because somebody was like 40 minutes. But I was like, Lord, why so long? And I'm like, because I got things to
And listen,
do.
do like Antonia did. If you're afraid to just do lives and go on by yourself, find somebody who you could piggyback on with,
Yes.
get a feel for the space of it, how it runs, and then you get in the groove of it. When I
Yeah.
started my channel 5 years ago, I told myself I was never gonna do lives. I love the recording and
Mhm.
putting stuff in the,
Right.
jazzing it up and
Yeah.
music and butterflies and all this stuff. But I found that when I started listening to my guidance, and my guidance was to go live, I was at a crossroads
Hmm.
because I've always listened to my guidance, but now my guidance is asking me to do something I'm not comfortable with.
Yeah.
So it took me some time to come to terms with the fact that, hey, this is how you're being called to express yourself. This is the
Yeah.
most genuine way you can express yourself.
Yeah.
And even to today, I'll still get nervous. I'll still have butterflies, but you just push through it. It's not going to be the absence of the fear. It's
Mm-mm.
not going to be the absence of the jitters or the anxiety. It's just going to be the ease with which you kind of keep going even when you feel it.
Yes. I agree. And I, I feel like sometimes when people watch videos, people have videos on YouTube that says, like just do it. Don't care whether or not people are watching you and blah blah blah. And those things are true, right? So, there were days when I went live and it was just me and mommy, but I still felt like it was me and a whole bunch of people. Like I felt
Right.
for me, you know what I'm saying? Because the one thing that happened for me, like just being on social media is growth. Growth, being comfortable with seeing myself, hearing myself, and just doing this thing. This thing that we're doing right now, we're talking, but we do that every
Yeah.
day, right? The only difference is
Mm-hmm.
like, we have the camera on. And I feel like this is a place where everyone can come and just be themselves, like share who you are, because I do agree that
Yeah.
everyone has a story to share and that people will be interested. and for some reason my eyes went to this.
Yeah. You
You
love
know,
that one. You keep picking that
I
one up.
do. This was the first one I took from her. Cute because it has
I
fish.
like you keep it. It's
You know
cute.
where fish live? Fish live in water
Yeah.
with my turtle friends.
Yes, I see that.
Yes.
Well, listen, so let's wrap up. What you working on from now till the next time?
So I have yes, Sterling, get comfortable to be on with wait. In order to
Yeah.
become comfortable, you have to be uncomfortable. That's something that we learn in our mentorship. So between now and the next time we meet, I will have uh done the event planning for this weekend, done
Hmm.
another bulk t-shirt order that's due this week, and I have 100 t-shirts to do. um and I will continue, like to do my lives. I will have had my New Year's Eve party on live.
Right. Okay. Okay.
um and we'll be preparing for 2026 because I do believe that 2026 is going to be an amazing and an amazing year for us all.
Yeah.
Yeah. You?
That's nice. I love that. So, first of all, I'm going to work on that video that I should have been working on a long time ago with your guys' art stuff. I think I want to drop it for Christmas.
Okay.
Make it like, something to look forward to for Christmas. So, it's still time if you
Okay.
want to submit.
Did you get everyone's?
Huh?
Did everyone submit theirs?
Yes.
Okay.
And you did too, yeah. But sometimes you gotta prod people sometimes to try to get them to express themselves that way. But you can still submit your art.
Yeah.
Kay Ndidi art at gmail.com. You send me a picture of something you've created in nature that's meaningful to you. Antonia submitted a beautiful piece. I ain't gonna say what it is yet, just it was so amazing. But Kay Ndidi, KayNdidiart at gmail.com. And what I do is you retain all the rights to your work and everything. I just put it together in a video to promote art and expression. So that's what I'm gonna be working on. I got a couple pieces I've painted. When I tell you, girl, you gonna love them. You gonna love them. You
I'm so
see?
excited. I'm excited because when I tell y'all that, follow Kay, please. Kay and Didi. Her name is just like it's just her channel is K, just the letter K with her last name and Didi. Um, Kay's work is one of those things of magic, right? Because it's first of all, it's different type of artwork, and there's some like when I'm scrolling, I know it's yours. Like when I'm scrolling on YouTube, I'm like, that's Kay's.
I got a signature. All right, that's good to know.
Yeah, because it's some of them are so magical, and when I look at them, like you kind of just get lost in the like in the atmosphere because it's some whether it's a galaxy one, whether it's a
Hmm.
sunset one, you kind of get lost in like and I really enjoy when I comment on it and I say I see myself sitting here, like there's
Yeah,
some of them
yeah.
when I see myself just sitting cross-legged, just like just staring out at the sun, and
Hmm.
it's just peaceful. So yes,
Yeah.
please follow Kate and Didi, and please also follow Veronica. She's at Aya Inspired. Yeah, Aya
Inspired tarot.
Inspired. I'm gonna try one more time. Aya Inspired Tarot.
And thank you, Sterling, for checking us out.
Love you also. Good night to Lisa and Sterling. So again, they are my mentee. They're a couple, and they're my in my mentorship community. And unfortunately, the community ended a few weeks ago. But the reality of it is, once you build a relationship or connection with someone, it's there. Like it's kind of like for
Yeah.
life, because we're business partners and stuff like that. So I'm grateful that they saw my journey. Like they remember Antonia, and now they see Antonia.
Hey,
And
we're
I'm
gonna keep supporting each other.
yeah, I'm grateful for that because love you too, guys. Because there's nothing like having people there to confirm who they met versus
Yeah.
who they see now, and it just means that like they see the work. So I'm grateful for that. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
So I'm looking forward to the fruits of our labor. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to brand new communities. I'm looking forward to love and inspiration filling each of our lives, no matter what the world is trying to project to you. Remember, you are the alchemist. You can change this energy into anything you want.
100%.
That's how powerful you are.
I agree with that, and I agree with that, and that's actually the perfect way to end this because
All right.
we are. God made us to be great.
Yes. So
Yeah.
stand in your greatness, people.
Yes, indeed. Well, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Veronica,
Thank
Sterling, and
you.
Lisa, Country Love, my mama, Kay, I love
My
you,
mama,
my
your mama, her mama,
wife.
everybody mama.
I'm so grateful for you because um so I know that I said bye, but just for the like for those who do not know. So I met Kay right here on YouTube. I don't know Kay. I've never met Kay in person. I met
No,
Kay
we've
right
never
here on
met.
YouTube and it was in someone else's community. And then one day but
Sadie.
she goes you go live weekly. I feel like you go live a few times,
Yeah, just
right?
about, yeah.
And I would join her channel, and my spirit was like, "You need to connect with her." And I'm like, "All right." And what's crazy is I put in a chat, "Hi, can I get your email?" She didn't see it, but she went and found mine, and so we connected. So it's almost as if
Hmm.
like our spirit meant for us to basically connect. And I asked her, would you like to go live with me one day?
No, you bum rushed me last minute and you said, I'm
We gonna
going
live.
live. Can you go live? I'm like, okay.
That was so funny because I think because we so the first batch was like, "Hey, thinking of going live one day." And we're like, and it was basically like just left. We didn't say anything. And then I
Yeah.
woke up one day and I said, "Hey, you want to go live with me today?"
Oh, and
But
here we are. How
yeah,
many, sessions later? Hey,
yeah.
Aya is reminding you to plug your book.
Oh yes. Thank you, Aya. So it's funny because let me tell you, she's the best at promoting my book. So if you've not gotten my book yet, please get my book, Unlocking the Introvert, a pocket guide to understanding and interacting with introverts. It is available at societyofintroverts.com, Amazon, and everywhere books are sold online. Now, this is a cute little pocket guide, right? And if you are an introvert, it will help you to understand your behaviors a little bit better. And if you are interested in learning about us wonderful
Mhm.
introverts, then this will also help you to understand that wonderful introvert in your life. This makes a great stocking stuffer, and I would greatly appreciate your support. Again, it's available at societyofintroverts.com, Amazon, and everywhere books are sold online. Thank you, Veronica.
That
So,
was a
so
great one.
yeah, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the communities that we are building, and I'm grateful for YouTube to basically create
Mhm.
space for everyone to be expressive. So, yeah.
Hey, that's
Thank you,
good.
my sister. Nice
All
chatting.
right. Next time.
Thank you,
Bye,
everyone.
guys.
Bye.
Appreciate you.